Hey everyone, welcome back to Soul to Self. Okay, let me ask you something. And I think that this topic is definitely going to affect a lot of people out there watching this. I know this has been a big topic for me. Have you ever stopped and thought what would actually happen if you stopped people pleasing? And I don't mean just practically, but energetically, spiritually, and like really soulfully. What shifts inside you when you stop making yourself small to keep the peace around you? Because, guys, here's what really happens. When you stop people pleasing, your nervous system completely resets and your aura, it just seals right up. Your soul finally has the space to speak and intuitively lead you on your highest path, which is so exciting. So let's talk about what all this really means and why we start people pleasing to begin with. Because people pleasing, it's not who you are, okay? And I think that is something that we get stuck in a lot. It's who you became in response to the environments that you grew up in. So it's often rooted in this thing that we call the fawn response. And that's basically a type of trauma response, sort of like fight, flight, or freeze. Fawning is when we over accommodate others in order to avoid conflict, rejection, or just abandonment. So maybe you grew up in a home where, being easy earned you love. Maybe you learned that suppressing your needs made you safer or more accepted or like less of a burden to your family. Or maybe you were neglected or abused, and basically the only way to survive was doing exactly what was asked of you all the time. What this actually did was it made you highly attuned emotionally to everyone else's reactions. So you literally learned how to read a room before you learned to read your own body. And you learned to prioritize other people's comfort over your own truth and comfort. Now, I know this is so real because this is how I grew up. And when this happens over time, we just forget how to be honest with ourselves, not just emotionally, but also energetically. People pleasing really affects our energetic field. So let's talk energy. When you are constantly attuning to everyone else's needs and emotions, your own energetic boundaries, they sort of begin to blur. And this is what's known in spiritual terms as a leaking aura. And what this means is your energetic field, which normally is like this protective, magnetic container, it becomes thin, porous, and unstable. Why? Because you're constantly leaking life force outward and you're giving parts of yourself away all the time. Like saying yes when you really mean no, or smiling when your heart feels tired, or you're just upset. Holding space for others but never holding it for yourself. Energetically, what happens is the universe mirrors that. So if your energy says I come second or I come last, your reality, it reflects that pattern. So you're just going to keep attracting takers, you'll keep repeating burnout, and you'll keep wondering why no one sees you, even when you've been energetically like hiding in plain sight. I mean, you have been energetically hiding in plain sight. That's what happens. So when you finally stop, everything is going to shift. Everything. The moment that you stop people pleasing, your aura, it's going to seal right up. Your life force, which used to drain through cracks of over accommodation, it starts staying with you. So when you put this into practice, at first you might feel a little tired, and that's totally normal, because basically your body isn't running on adrenaline and performance anymore. It is recalibrating to rest, to authenticity, and to your truth. It's realigning you. And sadly, people might start to fall away, and that can sting sometimes, but honestly, the people that fall away are not the people that you want around you anyway. They're not going to help you be aligned. So in the place of those people, you're going to start attracting relationships that don't need you to shrink. And you'll attract work that doesn't require self-sacrifice. and opportunities that feel really comfortable and like home instead of emotional labor. So with all of this, your intuition, it's going to sharpen because you finally have created space inside of you to hear it. And your nervous system, it calms way down because you're no longer anticipating everybody else's reactions. And your spiritual channels open because you're living in resonance and not resistance. So here's the soul truth. People pleasing is not just a habit, okay? It is a spiritual block. So when you stop betraying yourself to be accepted, you begin the journey of self-remembrance. You remember that you're allowed to have needs, that you don't have to perform to be loved. You don't. And that your boundaries, they're not walls, they're doors to sacred connection. So your soul did not come here to be digestible to everyone around you. It came here to be divine because it is divine. And you know what? You don't need to be liked by everyone. I know that we all want to be liked, but once you accept that you don't need to be liked by everyone, everything will get better. You just need to be in the right relationship with yourself. That is what is most important. So if this resonated with you, just pause, take a breath, place a hand on your heart, and whisper, I no longer abandon myself for connection. Don't abandon yourself. You are not selfish for choosing you. And the more that you honor your energy, the more the universe, it's going to honor you right back. So let me know in the comments, guys, what is one way that you are reclaiming your energy right now? And what's something that you can teach somebody else watching this who might be reading the comments? And if you're ready to keep healing, keep remembering, and keep returning to your soul, just subscribe and stay with me here at Soul to Self. Your healing, it does not need permission, okay? It just needs you.